Hello friends. So now we are into the last part of the module 3 of preparing the data layer. So in the first two parts of this module, we have learned about some basic operations and some special features like append and transpose. Right? So in these advanced features, we will also learn some more valuable features to transform our data. Right? So let's start the last part of module 3. The first and very important feature in any data transformation is the data type. We have to assign the right data type to each of my field. When we have uh, enabled the features of auto detection of data type, my Power BI has automatically assigned one data type to all my fields. In that case, our task was just to cross check that whether this correct data type has been applied or not. But here in our this part where we have disabled that function, we will manually assign the data type to each of my fields. We will see this in detail when we will come to the maybe in the next couple of videos. There are some more very important but advanced features in the Power Query where we can convert our data. So let's suppose my data has something like this, where we have the name of the students Alex, Zara, and John, and we have the marks of these three students for the subject maths, English, and science. So this is a kind of a table which we have. Let's suppose I want to showcase in my visualization that I want to know the total marks of Ls, Zara, and John, so that I can give them ranking, or maybe I can give them the overall percentage of passing marks or something like this. For that, this structure of table is not good. For that, either we have to add one more column here, maybe in the totals, and still if it is there, we will not be able to put stack bar or something like this. For that, or we can do this with a very complex way. So the better way is to change this table into a different structure, something like this, where we will have all the names in the one column and attributes, maybe subject maths, English, and science in another column, and the value is maybe the marks, and in the next column. If I will able to convert my this table into this kind of a table, then it will be a great achievement for us as a data structure where we can visualize some more metrics into this, right? So converting my table from this type to this is called unpivoting the data. This type of transformation is called unpivot, where we have used these three columns maths, English, and science to get it unpivot. So that's why maths, English, and science, the column name has been converted into the attributes, and all the values in this against these attributes are coming as the value. After doing this, we can rename the column name as subject and mass, and my table is ready to go ahead. Just reverse of this is called the pivot. So this is the concept of unpivoting and pivoting of the data. It depends upon the data. It depends on the project requirement what we want to visualize, right? So this is a kind of a thing that we will do in our project. Another thing is that, let's suppose we have this table where we have name, we have some attribute and some value. Value is maybe the marks, and there is one column that is called attribute, and which is having information like for which term and for which subject is the marks. And we can see that this this column is having two kind of information divided by a hyphen, right? So either I can now I want to extract the information from this column. This column might be having a two kind of information, and I'm interested in the only one. So this kind of a transformation is called extraction of data from a column. Let's suppose In this column, I am only interested in the term. In that case, I'm more interested in the anything which is at the left side of this delimiter. Delimiter is nothing but the divisor. Here, my dividing point is this hyphen. So this so here I'm extracting anything which is at the left side of the delimiter. That is term one. If we'll do this, so my data will get converted to something like this. We will have name, and the attribute will have only term one, term one, term one, and the marks. So this kind of a transformation is more precisely is called extraction before delimiter. So whatever is there before the delimiter gets extracted, and the opposite of this is called extraction after delimiter. So whatever, if I'm more interested in the subject, then I will extract the data, whatever is there after this delimiter of hyphen. So we will get maths, English and science and the marks. So this is the requirement that we should observe that what is there in our data and what we want, whether we are interested in the term or whether we are interested in the subject. On the basis of that, we can apply extraction before delimiter or extraction after the delimiter. This delimiter is also can be vary. Sometimes it could be the comma, sometimes time it could be the space, sometimes it could be the oblique, hyphen in this case, or maybe anything. We can define the delimiter and we can tell the power query that whether I want the before the delimiters data or whether I want the after the delimiter data. So this is the one kind of a thing. Another thing is that I'm interested in the both. I'm interested in the term and subject both. So the best way is to do the split the column. As the name suggests, it is splitting the column into two parts. So splitting on the basis of the delimiter. So whatever is there before the delimiter and whatever it is there after the delimiter, it will get split into two parts. So now this attribute column gets splits into two parts. Attribute one, that is term one, term one, term one, and attribute two, which is holding the information about subject, maths, English, and science. So this is the basic difference between extraction and and splitting. Splitting splits the columns and it can create multiple number of columns. What if there might be having 3 4 different hyphens in the values, then it might create multiple columns in my data, while extraction keep only one column and just pick out pick the information that we require. So that is the difference between extraction and splitting the delimiter. We will use these advanced features in our project, maybe in the next couple of videos. One more thing that is widely used by data sciences, data analytics is the group by function. Let's suppose this is my table where we have Alex. Alex has the marks for maths, English, and science, and we have Zara who has the marks for maths, English, and science, and John who has applied only in maths and English. Now, I want to know what is the total marks. I need to create a different table, a different altogether different table where I want what is the total marks of Alex, what is the total marks of Zara, and what is the total marks of John. That is called group by function. So in this, we can convert this table into something called this. So this will called group by name. So we have grouped this table by the name only. So whatever names are there, Alex, Zara, and John, that will come here, group by name and using the sum of marks. So whatever are marks in front of the Alex will get sum. So 97 plus 67 plus 89 will get 253 here. 78 plus 79 plus 65 will get triple two here. John, 92 plus 87 will get 179. So we can convert this huge table into this small table by using group by function. And this conversion will be called group by name using sum of marks. We can also do average of marks also. Group by name by average of marks. So here I will get 97 plus 67 plus 89 divided by 3. So we can use these kind of a advanced transformation to get the final table which will get loaded into the visualization. Sometimes you will not do the group by, you want to take the entire bigger table to my visualization so that I can further bifurcate that on the basis of maths, on the basis of subjects. But sometimes uh, it get tough to handle the bigger data. I don't want my user to wait or to get delayed visualization. So that way, for that way, if you want to keep our money, keep running our machine fast, we sometimes opt to create a smaller table and then get it visualized. It depends upon the upon project and project that which features we are using where, right? In our existing project where we were having a data of athletes, we might not use all of these features, but still we will try to give some hands on in our upcoming video, right? Thank you.